What's going on, YouTube? This is Mag Dog TV coming back with another one. So it looks like Stephen A. Smith just set the record straight with the Cleveland Browns for not making Shedeur Sanders QB2 when announced that Dillon Gabriel will be QB1. Cam Newton also spoke out as far as how he feel about Shedeur Sanders being sabotaged. We're going to talk about all that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go.
There is no question the story, the headline was all about Shedeur Sanders when it should have been about Dillon Gabriel getting a chance to be the starter. I mean, we heard a few things about Dillon Gabriel when it comes to him getting a chance to start in London against the Minnesota Vikings, but most of the coverage and the headlines came down to Shedeur Sanders and the way he's been handling these questions with the media trolling them, man. He's been doing his thing. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith just spoke out about Shedeur Sanders being named QB3, despite Dillon Gabriel being QB1. Cam Newton also weighed in as far as if he feel like the Cleveland Browns are sabotaging Shedeur Sanders. I'm going to play both of these video clips and let you guys hear it, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts as we end this video.
We understand that Dillon Gabriel needed to start. He's going to be 25 by December. He was in college for 6 years, played about 64 games. He's got some experience, and we know he can play, so let's see what he does. That's fair enough. The flip side, however, is this. Why you got Joe Flacco at QB2 when you know it should be Shedeur Sanders? See, this is the stuff that makes you think for a second and say, you know what? Politics. Because Joe Flacco is a stopgap for the young thoroughbreds coming in and making room for them. And he doesn't mind serving the role as mentor and all of that stuff because Father Time catches up to all of us. And he's no longer what he used to be. And so that's just the way that it's going to go. We all know this. Why are we tripping? Why are we acting like Shedeur Sanders doesn't deserve to be the QB2? Why are we acting like we're not going to see this brother before the season's over? Because unless Dillon Gabriel goes out there and play lights out, you know the Cleveland Browns are going to insert Shedeur Sanders at some point, and I think it's going to be maybe not sooner than later, but I don't think it's going to be too late before we see that. So what's the problem? I mean, it's Shedeur Sanders here. Yes, it is Deion Sanders' son. Yes, maybe, just maybe, it should have been a little less talking. I don't have any problem with Shedeur Sanders telling the Baltimore Ravens he didn't want them to pick him because nobody is getting in front of Lamar Jackson, and he knows that. And maybe Deion shouldn't have represented them, or he shouldn't have been saying, you're going to go where I want you to go. If we don't like the team that picks us, then boom. Because we all know that Shedeur Sanders shouldn't have fallen to 144th in the 5th round. We know this. Okay? But in the end, it is what it is, and we can move on from there. All I'm saying is that Joe Flacco has proven to you that there's been a precipitous drop-off. And you really, really want him there holding a clipboard and mentoring the young dudes. You don't want him there as the QB2. Why are you acting like you do?
One of the things he dealt with was a cousin of what you said you dealt with. You said, I have too big of an aura to be brought in if I'm not the guy. Teams aren't going to want to have to deal with the media and the fanfare and the attention for someone who isn't the clear-cut starter.
I don't think they want Shedeur Sanders to be successful in Cleveland.
The decision makers in the NFL, I think there are a hell of a lot more that think like Rex than think like you or think like me.
Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study.
He's spewing without actually having facts. You can't name me a third-string quarterback on no other 31 teams in the NFL.
His level of celebrity, it hurt him. And there is an element of what is one guy's aura is another guy's arrogance. And who gets it to be aura and who gets it to be arrogance is in the eye of the beholder.
I personally feel like everything that is happening is meant to happen. It is meant for Dillon Gabriel to get a chance to start and Joe Flacco be the backup. I've heard enough to where I'm not even concerned about Shedeur Sanders being QB3. It's already understood that Kevin Stefanski guys are Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco. He want his guys. He never really wanted Shedeur Sanders, so of course he wasn't going to move Shedeur Sanders up. This is all going to play out great for Shedeur Sanders. You don't have to rush anything. Joe Flacco then already turned the ball over 8 times. Dillon Gabriel is not going to do that much better. Take your time. There's no need to rush, because once you get your opportunity, then the rest is history. We already know Andrew Berry selected Shedeur Sanders, and I'm even thinking that Jimmy Haslam had something to do with it, despite him saying that he didn't. I personally feel like Jimmy Haslam made the call to switch to Dillon Gabriel after hearing Kevin Stefanski over and over and over make excuses for Joe Flacco. Eventually, he will turn to Shedeur Sanders. Again, I personally feel like it's going to be coming a lot sooner than we expect, but we definitely will have to see when that time comes. You guys can get down in the comments and let me know, how do you guys feel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you guys will see it. Until next time, peace.